I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to my weekly YouTube Live. If you're new here, I go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd love for you to join us. We always make a fun project, and I've got lots of fun for you today. So, this weekend, what did I do this weekend? Oh, I had a pool party, which for you Northerners, I'm sure you're thinking, pool party, it's in the 40s or 50s wherever you live. I'm sure it's chilly. It's been a little cooler here in Florida, but we're still in the 80s, so we were able to have a pool party at a friend's house. My son is finishing up bowling for the season, and one of the kids on the bowling team invited everybody over, and we had a lot of fun. They have a heater in their pool too, so it was pretty fun. All the kids got in and the parents just kind of chit-chatted. We had a good time. So it was lots of fun. My son did, the boys had their district competition for bowling yesterday, and they didn't quite make it to state, but the girls had theirs today, and they are going to state. So good job, girls. They always do a really good job. I think the girls were undefeated this year, which they do a great job every year, but this year they were undefeated, so that was pretty cool. As you join, please say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. I love hearing from you guys. I'm gonna turn my volume down here. Okay. Like I mentioned on my Facebook page, if you don't follow me, make sure you head over there at Facebook / or at Stamp Camp with Jen. I usually give a little sneak peek of what we're doing today, but today's a little bit different because we're gonna do a mystery craft box reveal. So hi Case, thanks for joining us. I did something new this year. I did like a curated craft box. I picked a bundle from the mini catalog and did like a themed box. And so we're going to kind of go through that. I have a special guest that's going to help me. Hi Gidget, thanks so much for joining us. So if you did get this craft box, I'm going to warn you right now, there's spoilers. So if you don't want to spoil anything and you want to wait until you get your box, then stop right here and don't watch the video. So I don't want to ruin anything for you. If you don't care, then keep watching and you'll get a little surprise through the video. But most of the people that have signed up for it should be getting their box today or soon in the mail. If you're picking it up from me and you haven't already coordinated your pickup, please contact me so that we can schedule that for you, okay? And to help me go through this is a special guest that I have right here. My mom! So she's gonna help me. She actually ordered one of these boxes and she's gonna go through. So it's the first time she hasn't seen anything that's in here.
I wanted to open it and you said, no, not yet.
I made her wait. So we're gonna go through this. She's gonna open everything and kind of reveal what's inside. Excuse me, I don't know, should I show people the projects, you think? Give them a little sneak peek of what's in the box, what they make in the box, or no? Keep it a surprise.
Keep it a surprise.
Okay.
Because I want to be surprised.
Okay. So mom wants to be surprised. But if you missed out on the craft box and you want to purchase the tutorials are available in my in my tutorial library online, and there will be a link on my website for that as well, along with the blog post for this video. So anytime you want, you can go to Stamp Camp with Jen and find the PDF tutorial library, or you could just search, I think, Reindeer Fun in the search bar and it should come up as well.
I love the reindeer.
It has been very, very popular.
So cute.
Yeah. Every time I go to look for stuff like the peppermints or the paper, they keep going on back order. They're very popular. I'm hoping they'll keep those peppermints around for a while because those were very, very popular.
I wish they were just a smidge bigger.
A little bit, yeah. Even the big ones, yeah.
Yeah. Because they kind of get lost with all that other paper.
Oh, yeah.
But I still love them.
You can squeeze in a little bit so people can see. Don't be afraid to get close to me. You did good birth.
I have been traveling, so that's why I look so lovely.
Oh, you look fine. All right, so I'm just going to go through a couple of quick announcements, just reminders that we do every week. I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to do that, and then I'm going to switch seats with Mom so that she can open up her box, give her critiques and her reactions, and, and I'll explain what's in the box. Yes. Be gentle. But I did work really hard on these. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Any feedback, good or bad, please let me know. So.
Oh, I will.
And we do have a project today. So there's a pillow gift. If you've ever been to a retreat, you get like a little free gift. I did.
Pillow?
Not a pillow. I didn't. I'm not a seamstress.
With a silk.
A silk pillow?
No. A silk
No.
pillowcase? Jalen?
But yeah. But I did make a little gift. It's a little personalized gift, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it after we go through the box thing. So we'll make that together. So that'll be really fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this around. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We're not really leaving. We're just, you won't see our faces anymore here. All right, so let's bring this down, bring her around town.
The magic behind the scenes.
Yeah. You know all my secrets now. All right, so just a quick reminder, all of the close to my heart products that Stampin' Up has acquired, they are on sale up to 30%. I think they're all 30% off, actually. Stampin' Up has other close to my heart scrapbooking products that they'll be introducing down the line, but anything that's labeled close to my heart in the Stampin' Up store is I keep wanting to say up to 30% off. It's 30% off, and they're while supplies last. Okay. Stamp Camp to Go. If you have never signed up for my Stamp Camp to Go kits, I do Stamp Camp to Go. It's like a online card class I do every month. I pick a bundle or a suite. It's usually a bundle from one of the catalogs or the online exclusives, and I make 4 different cards. You get 2 kits for each card, so 8 kits total, and you get about $25 worth of product with that. I probably won't announce my next one until sometime next week. I have family coming into town, and I haven't had a chance to sit down and go through all that. So next week I will have the details for the next one. But if you'd like to sign up for Stamp Camp to Go, you just need to sign up by the 1st of the month, and then your credit card is charged on the 2nd of each month. And as long as you sign up by the 1st, you'll get the next one that's coming out. And I mail it to you. Shipping is included. You get the tutorials that go with it. And like I said, it's usually about $25 worth of product. It's usually half a pack of paper, maybe some ribbon and embellishments. In the past, I've added embossing folders in there as well. And after you're a subscriber for 6 months in a row, you get to pick a free stamp set up to $27 as a thank you for being a loyal subscriber. So make sure to check that out. That's on my website. Through the end of the month, the kits collection is up to 30% off. That's where I keep wanting to say up to 30% off. So any of the Stampin' Up kits in the kits collection, you can get through the end of the month up to 30% off. These make great Christmas gifts. They're really popular with the 8 and 9-year-old crowd, as we've experienced in our family. My nephew loves them, my granddaughter loves them, and they're about 8, 9 years old. So they're great for like beginner stampers, or if you like to travel and you just want something quick and easy, this is a great one to have as well. So something to consider. And then Stampin' Up has a great starter kit special going on now through the end of the month. When you join, you get to pick $155 worth of product for only $99, plus you get free shipping. You get some business supplies. You get a previous paper pumpkin box. It's really a good deal. So normally the deal is you get $125 for $99. So this is about $30 extra in product that you get to select. So it's a pretty good deal. So if you're interested, you don't have to be a business demonstrator. That's a big misconception that I hear a lot from people when I present this to them, is, oh, I don't want to run a business like you do. You do not have to run a business to become a demonstrator. Most people that I know that join, they just do it for the discount so that they can get their favorite Stampin' Up products at a great discount. We have a lot of ladies local to me. You don't have to be local. I have some across the US as well, but we have a lot of ladies that are local that, you know, they like going to my classes and they get a little bit of a discount on my events and stuff as well. So there's a lot of great reasons to be a demonstrator. We have a great community. It's a great way to kind of get in touch with other people that share your favorite hobby. So if you're interested in that, you can always reach out to me with any questions. It's no obligation. So if you sign up and decide, oh, this isn't really for me, or I don't want to spend that much, you can drop at any time and then you get to keep all that stuff that you got for a discount. So it's a pretty good deal. And that's through October 31st, this deal that's going on right now. And then this is something that I'm trying this month. It's something new. So if you place a $50 or more order with me this month, I'm going to do an exclusive virtual craft party online. You'll get a YouTube link with all of the information. You'll get my brain's like going a million different directions. So you'll get an email as it gets closer with the date, the link that takes you to the YouTube video. It's a private video. It won't be one that you can just go to my YouTube channel and click on. You'll get it in an email, and it'll be just for you. It'll be a special project, and then we'll have a giveaway. So you'll have to be present to win the giveaway, but it'll be lots of fun. This is just something I wanted to try and see if people were interested in, to give you kind of extra crafting as a thank you for shopping with me. So if you'd like to do that, just place a $50 order or more by the end of the month, and I will send you the details as it gets closer, okay?
Do they have to use a certain code or anything?
Oh yeah, if you do place an order, if you could please use my host code, and this is my host code, it's listed on my website as well. If your order is under $150, if it's over $150, you don't have to worry about the host code. You just place your order and you'll get Stampin' Rewards. It's like coupons towards free stuff, and you'll still get to join the party. You can come to my party. So my son used to say when he was a toddler, that was his big threat when he would get mad at somebody, is, you are not coming to my party. That was his big threat. So we always laugh about that. All right, so I'll switch seats here. Mom, you can sit over here, and I will probably zoom this camera out just a little bit so that people can see what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, that's a
Good
good
thing,
thing. 'cause
right
I
up
don't
there.
know. So,
Let's
the big
see.
reveal.
Yeah, right there. Da-da-da, drum roll. So again, spoilers, if you have a box or are expecting a craft box and don't want to see it, stop the video.
Aw, look. It says Reindeer Fun Christmas Craft Box. Aw. How cute.
Just a reminder, don't
Made
forget
with
to leave me a
love.
video. Leave me a review.
Oh. Ooh, candy.
Yeah. Always candy.
Ooh, so we have some delicious candies, homemade.
No. Not a chocolate
And then you just wrapped them with this,
But that goes in one of your treat boxes.
is
That's the
this
pillow
the
gift.
pillow
Yeah.
gift? Shall we open this?
If you want to. That's what we're going to be making tonight.
Oh. Oh, there's something. Aw, isn't that cute?
You gotta put it in the
Oh,
camera
whoops,
so people
sorry.
can see it. It's hard to see. Yeah, there
Here we
you go.
How cute.
So we're gonna make that
Why doesn't
today.
it say B on it?
That's your name. It's not any nicknames.
That is so cute. You got the frames at Michael?
I did, but I found them on Amazon as well. So
Oh,
if
really?
you don't have a Michaels near you, or you can't find them at your
Aw.
Michaels, you can get them on Amazon.
That's
I'll have the link for 'em.
cute. So now what are we
Make
doing?
love.
And I was gonna order some of this. I'm glad I didn't.
So
Oh,
everybody,
look, the beloved.
yep, the peppermints. Everybody that ordered the,
Guess we need people-
yeah, that's a hard thing to see. But everybody that got the box, you got the peppermints and the twine with it, and half a pack of the paper, and then those are all your kits
Oh, and
for all your
some,
projects.
Candy cane chippy stick.
It's for one of the projects, so don't
Oh,
just
really?
take it and
Oh.
use it.
So we're not going through these?
No, we're not
Okay.
going through these. So this is,
everybody else could be.
but your
surprised.
paper is in
Oh.
there. Yeah, so your paper.
Aren't they cute?
The peppermints and the twine were part of the box that you got. So you got half a pack of that paper cut down.
So I'm sure you guys have all seen this paper. Isn't he so cute?
Oh, hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining us. This is a spoiler. Don't watch if you don't want to see what's coming in your craft box.
Yeah.
I love that paper.
I do too. And it goes so well with the take a bow.
I know. I always want to say take a bow.
I know.
Bow, whatever. It's supposed to be bow, but your brain just says take a bow.
So cute.
So yes,
cute. Oh,
this is part of a project, so don't just use it.
And you can take this and put money in it later.
You can. But this is what, we'll leave this out because this is what we're
too.
making.
And these.
I mean, you could eat those, but that's also for a project and your
that's
kids, so don't
oh,
just
is
eat it. Yeah.
Oh. I would have eaten
I didn't
it.
really explain that, but I'm like, hopefully people will open this and not just eat the candy, but I would have too.
Eat the
So
candy and go, oh.
it's not a huge deal if you do. It's just, I was giving you something to put in your candy bear.
All right.
So
Shall we?
we'll make
show them?
these, yeah.
Oh, but she has just a couple extra ones.
Yeah, that's I've been snacking on those all day today. And I'll have a link in the tutorials for where you can get those as well. So we can, that's how I can usually see is it gets, you do it eye level so you can see where it is. It takes a minute to shift, yeah.
Okay.
So we got these from my local Michaels, like I mentioned earlier. I will have the link in the tutorial as well as a link to find them on Amazon. Do you want to switch?
Yeah.
Okay. You can just be my assistant now.
That's right. And they're like, what, 99 cents?
Yeah, so if you get these at Michael's and get them individually, they were about 99 cents. I think if you ordered them online at Michael's, you can get a pack of them for, it was like 18 or, I think it was like $18 for 24 of them or something. But Amazon, if you can't find them in your local Michael's, or maybe you don't have a Michael's near you, like if you're not in the US, I do have a link on Amazon where you can get these, but they only come in a set of 24 that I saw. Yeah, that's about $24. So it makes them about $1 a piece. So if you're making them for like a big party or a craft fair or something, yeah. So, well, I don't know how you would do it with a craft fair if you personalize it.
Well,
Yeah.
When personal, maybe just put, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year or something.
Something, yeah. You could put some other word down there,
Right.
ho ho ho, or Rudolph, or something like that. But anyway, so this will be, the link for that will be in the tutorial, okay? So what we're using, can you hand me those right there? The big stack. No, that should be good. So we're actually, this piece on the back here is from that Reindeer, yeah, the Reindeer Days Memory and More card pack. So it comes with all of these little cards. In case you haven't seen them, we'll go through them here. These are 3x4 cards. And I use a couple of these in those tutorials for the Christmas craft box. So if you want some other ideas for ways to use these cards, then I definitely suggest getting the PDF tutorials for this. And I think there's like 6 of each card. There's a bunch. Oh, and this one too. There's a bunch in there. And then
good for scrapbooking and memory making and making memories.
And then there's this reindeer. This is 4x6. You can do a little, journaling or something on the back. These guys are so cute. Yep, you could do a recipe card. You do a little message right there. Yeah, that would be good. And then this is the one we're going to use for the backing here. So I'm going to keep this one out. And then it also comes with these sticker sheets, and you get 2 of each one. So it's got like reindeer and presents and little words and stuff. So it's a good pack, honestly. And I think it's only like maybe $12, $11, something like that.
$12.50.
Maybe $12.50. Yeah.
I think.
Something like that. So you can move that over. All right, so I need my paper trimmer. All right, so let's move that up here. So for this kit, what we want to do with this card piece first is we're going to trim 3/4 of an inch off of both ends here. So I will say with these boxes, they're not all perfect. You know, they're not all going to be exactly the same size. So we're going to end up trimming off 3/4 of an inch, and then we'll kind of place it in the box and see if we need to trim any more off. Because I thought they were all going to be pretty similar, and I started cutting them down to a certain size, and then I realized some of them are wider a little bit than other ones. So I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
How many of them I've done. So this one is definitely way too big. You can kind of see just putting it in there. So I'm going to do probably like 1/8 of an inch on one side and then kind of go from there. So we'll do one end, 1/8 of an inch. That's just enough to not really notice too much. And still a little tight, so we're gonna flip it the other side here and maybe do about another 1/8 of an inch. And actually that might be a little too much. Maybe a little under 1/8 of an inch. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's pretty close. It's a little short, but that's okay. It's not a huge deal. It's homemade, right?
But when you put that Merry Christmas on,
yeah, you won't even really tell. So we can go ahead and take our liquid glue. That's all I did was just liquid glue here and put liquid glue all over the back. I forgot to grab my white scrap. Can you look in one of those drawers? I have no, those two that you just pushed in. One of those I have like a binder full of white. Yep. No, that's vanilla. There's another one just like it. That's got a ton of white in there. All right. So if you do, like I cut mine just a little bit too short, but that's okay because nobody's really going to pay attention to that. But just what you want to do is you really want to put it down to this bottom edge here and then just kind of center it as best you can. You are going to have this little bit at the top that's going to be exposed, but we're going to cover that up with our Merry Christmas strip. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So we need a piece that's about 1/2 an inch wide. That's 1/4 of an inch, Jennifer. Measure. I cut something earlier and I was like, what was I even doing? It was like the total wrong measurement. I don't know what I was doing here. So let's see, where's my little ruler here? It should be about like 4 3/8, we'll say. We'll try that. Oops. And that's the scoring. See, my brain is just, after dinner, my brain starts to shut down. I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's still a little too big. I'm going to trim just a little bit off of here. Teeny tiny bit. And that's why I always, for this one especially, I always kind of put these pieces in and kind of see if it fits before we decide if we need to trim it or not. So that looks pretty good there. So now we can take that off and do a little bit of stamping. And we've got our real red ink pad here. And we've got the Merry Christmas already on a block from the Reindeer Fun Bundle. So if you have a hard time opening these stamp pads, Case, I know you've heard this like 5 times. My sister's always like, I've heard her say this so many times. But if you have a hard time opening these pads, if you just have this facing in the right direction and you take your thumbs and put them in the center towards the hinge up here and push down, it helps pop open that stamp pad and make it a little bit easier to open. So.
Mary loved that. Tips and tricks.
Oh yeah, Mary Fish, she did. We did a little team thing. And she hadn't heard that before. So we're just gonna stamp this on the center in the real red. Perfect.
Every time.
Every time.
That's why you did it and not me. I have this other piece of paper. I was thinking too, you could put those little
oh, the peppermints,
on your
yeah.
side.
Well, feel free to embellish yours. I didn't think of that.
Like, oh,
Feel free to embellish.
extras.
Yeah.
They came in the kit.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, you can use them up.
That's right.
All right, so again, we're just gonna put a little bit of liquid glue, make sure it's right side up, not upside down. And we're just gonna push this up towards the top up here, where that little blank spot is. And kind of center it and then press down. And we'll let that dry. So that kind of covers up that back side there. It's kind of a neat way to kind of make it all fit in there, so. All right, so now we'll set that aside to dry.
You could take peppermints and go all the way around.
Yeah. Peppermints galore. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to cut our reindeer. So I'm gonna need the embossing machine. We'll zoom out here a little bit. Thank you.
Do you have the colors?
I have the early espresso, and then I need white and pecan pie. I don't know if it's probably this piece, yeah. And then my dies are under your phone. Yep, that one. Thank you. And I need pecan pie and white.
Here's white.
So the white, thank you. Oh, just cut a little piece off here. What a lovely assistant, thanks. I should always have an assistant. Ethan used to be my assistant, but now he's like, Mom, I don't want to craft anymore. It's too cool for crafts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll just cut a piece off of there. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So in the tutorial, I have a little picture that kind of reminds you which pieces to place on here. So in case you're not sure how they layer up. Where's my top cutting plate? Is that over there? Oh, that's right under here. Let's scoot that down. I told you, my brain is like done for the day, I guess. Been doing a lot. But you'd think I'd be ready for company. My mom had hot dogs today. My husband's like, you knew they were coming. What are you doing with your life? I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine.
She's spending worse, so.
Yeah. It's for all those times you fed me tuna noodle casserole growing up. You get a hot dog. Ooh, hot dogs when you come to visit. See, I always do this. No, I don't know.
Why do you make it harder on yourself?
That's the way I had it up here, so now I gotta redo it. There we go.
Even make his nose red? So
Yeah.
You
You could, but that's too fussy. I'm not doing that. Nobody's got time for that.
Put a peppermint first.
We're gonna put peppermints on everything. Crazy.
I love how these go together. It reminds me of
yeah.
cricket.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, why haven't most of our diet has been like
I
this?
know.
Because
I
it's
love that they
perfect.
layer
just,
them.
You know, build up. And a lot of people are like, how do these go together? I'm like, well, if you did cricket, then you would know. How this goes together.
I don't know. I mean, I figured it out, but I don't remember doing cricket that much.
Yeah. Or silhouette.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, come on. Get out of there.
you're so cute.
They are
together,
cute.
Together perfectly and line up nicely.
Mm-hmm. And I do have a little tip. If you have the Christmas Friends dies, there's a little bow in there that you can use to put the bow on the head of the reindeer and make it a doe. You could just cut the antlers off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cut the antlers off. So I did that too. Okay. While we have this out, let's get these stylish shapes dies out. So if you notice in this little background here, we've got this little banner looking piece. So my whole, it sounds kind of weird, but my inspiration was like a deer head on a wall. That's kind of where I got that from. So I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of cute. We'll
like
make a reindeer head on a wall. And the paper, yeah, it does kind of look like a wallpaper. So that's where I kind of got that idea from. Sounds strange, but I thought it was cute.
Everybody has a mounted reindeer.
Yeah. Mounted Rudolph on their wall at Christmas time. So we're just taking in the something fancy dies. We're taking the smallest one of, I don't know what, I called this a banner. I don't know what shape this is. Some weird shape, but that's what I'm using. I'm calling it a banner. And we're gonna die cut that in early espresso. And I think this might be perfect, yeah. So on my teeny tiny desk over here, I'm gonna try to do this again so you can see. I swear, I need a studio. I'm always telling Matt, I need more space. He's like, are you serious?
Your little, what do you call it?
What?
Little trailer thingy.
Oh,
What do you call this?
a craft studio or
Well, no,
like a she shed?
Yeah, she shed.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
was
I would love a she shed.
Oh, that'd be so nice. I have a she shed. It's got me upstairs.
I know. I don't think they'd ever see me again if I had a she shed. It'd be
Yeah,
gone.
that's why he's
He's like, nope, I'll
need
never
dinner
see you.
sometime.
Yeah. Nobody's got time for dinner.
All this paper you're throwing away. Those are good scraps.
Oh my goodness, I'm a hoarder. All right, so that's all the die cutting we need to do. I'm about to lose my pieces here. So we can zoom back in. All right, so put that off to the side, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna, oh man, I just realized I gotta do his wreath and his bow too. I forgot about that, I'll get it in a second. So we're not done die cutting. All right, so we're gonna take this little white piece. This is actually the center. We're gonna take a little bit of liquid glue here and put it on the reindeer. Just like so. And then this pecan pie layer will go over the top, and it looks like his fur. Oh, there we go. All right, just like that. You just kind of line up the edges there. And the liquid glue is key because that helps make sure you have time to wiggle it in place. And then we'll kind of set that aside to dry here. Whoops. All right, so we'll let that guy dry. But what I was saying before is if you wanted to make it a dough, you could just take your paper snips and trim off the little antlers here. And then, like I said, there's a bow die and the Christmas Friends die that you can just put on his head and it makes it look like a dough. So it's really cute. Oh, thanks. My lovely assistant's doing my die cutting for me. She's cutting out a garden green wreath, which we'll go ahead and put on. And then, so to put him on the wreath, we're just taking a little bit of glue on the bottom, on the back side here. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the top of the wreath. Oh wait, not the bottom, not the back. Oh, it's supposed to be on the front. So we're gonna take, sorry, not the back, the front. It's not gonna matter because the back's not gonna show, but a little bit of liquid glue on the front, not the back. And then this glue on the top, you want it to be behind his head. So that's how we're gonna stick him behind that wreath. Have the glue sticking on the back of the wreath from the top of his body, and then the back, or the top of the wreath on the back of his head. So we're just gonna kind of wiggle him in there. Now I don't know if I had any extra pieces or not. Did I grab that paper? The Country Woods. I don't think I grabbed it, but I think I have a circle die cut already out here. Let me see. So the Country Woods Designer Series paper is what I used for, oops, this little circle piece. It's got like a bunch of wood grain patterns in that pack, and I think I could have swore I had some extra circles in here, but maybe not. I might have to go get that pack real fast. It's buried in here somewhere. I had it a minute ago, but I think I lost
And there's this little bow.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So we just used this, like I said, there's a bunch of wood grain patterns in this pack, and I just took the one that looks like a whitewashed pattern, and I think I used this 2-inch circle punch. So they're all going to be different because there's a bunch of different variations in the paper. But we're just taking a 2-inch circle punch and punching out that wood grain background. Make it a little more manly, I guess.
To go with the theme.
Yeah. And then for his little bow here, I'll just put a little bit of liquid glue here. Oops, there. And kind of stick that down, and hopefully that'll be straight. Do my best to make it straight. All right, so now what we're gonna do is let that dry for a second. And I had some seal. What did I do with that today? I'm telling you, I can't, oh, here it is. Can't find anything these days. So I'm just gonna take some, oh, there it is. I knew I had stuff somewhere. That's all right, we just made extra. So we're gonna take some Stampin' Seal Plus, and just in the center of our little banner here, we're gonna take, now I like the wood grain going top to bottom. You could do it sideways if you wanted to, but I just liked it top to bottom, and I just kind of centered it over that little banner area here. And then we're gonna pop up the reindeer over the center here. No, I got dimensionals right here.
Julian's favorite.
Hexagons, as he calls them. My nephew calls these hexagons. Whoops, my little bow. So we're just gonna put some dimensionals on the back here. And then I'll show you how I did the personalization. It's kind of a cool trick. I love the glimmer paper, and I hadn't really had a chance to use it yet. And I thought, oh, this would make a little special gift for somebody, and make a little, you gotta have that sparkle and that bling, so it was perfect. All right, so we're just gonna kind of center that over that circle with those dimensionals, just like that. Okay, so we'll put this off to the side. I'm gonna put it up here so I don't lose it. All right, now for the words, thank you. We're gonna use this mini alphabet die. Now, if you've never seen this before, it does come as one big die. So you may have looked at this and gone, I don't really want that. I don't want to cut a million different letters out. So I'm going to show you how you can just cut what you need and not have to cut out a bunch of extra letters if you don't want them. You can just cut a bunch out and have them like in piles. I'm sure you would do that probably. Did you?
I have a little tray
I'm not
with
surprised.
all the letters cut out.
With all the letters.
At least one.
I don't want all those extra letters. So I figured out a way to do it so you don't have to have all those extra letters if you don't want to. I mean, you can definitely do what pleases you. So we're going to use some foam adhesive sheets, and then I've got, there's some little scrap pieces over there. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. And there should be red. Yep. So these are about an inch. I just took some inch-long strips off of the festive glimmer paper. So I've got a piece that's, I think this is a garden green, and then the real red. So those are the two we're using. I have a piece left over that's got some adhesive sheet on it. And then if you need, oh, it's right under my paper. I'm like, where did that go? If you need to add more, what I usually do is kind of put the little paper over where I'm gonna need it, and then I just kind of eyeball the piece. So it doesn't have to fit exactly, but you want it pretty close because you want it to be able to hold up that whole letter. So you want it to cover most of the back side, if not all of it. And then again, I just kind of layer it over the paper to see how wide I need, and then I can trim that down. Oh my gosh, why are they so sticky? I need to clean these. Like sticking to everything. All right, so we're gonna take the backing off. It's got a backing on both sides. So we just take one of the backings off, and then you're basically making like a big foam sticker. And then this piece should go, it's almost perfect. Right back there, I'll trim the little bit of excess because we don't want extra foam just hanging out. See? Ugh. Clean this. Oh. Like, where did it go? It's already stuck on here. Okay. It's past my bedtime, apparently. All right, so that fits there. So we've got the green and the red. So what I did, I thought this was kind of fun, but you could just stick to one color if you wanted to. But I alternated between red and green. So I started with red, some of them I started with green, and then just every other letter we alternate. So I'm actually going to make Kathy's because I haven't made hers yet. I saved it for this. So I hope she's not watching anymore. I don't think she is. I think she heeded my warning and got off the video, but that's the one I'm going to make today. So what we're going to do, should we start with red or green? What do you think? What do you want to start with? I'll let you pick. Red? Okay. So what I did was I kind of put the paper a little bit over the letter to kind of eyeball it, and you make it a little bit bigger than that. There's no measuring. I know it's going to drive people crazy, especially you. Yep. And so what you're going to do is you're going to put the glimmer side down. And what that'll do is it'll make the letter the right side, like the right direction. When you flip it over, it'll be facing the right way. And then that way also, because we're going to have this die face up so you can see where you're cutting and what letters you're cutting. So it'll not only let you, oh, he must be going to pick up Ethan. He's just now coming back from districts, I think. So not only will it let you see, you know, what letters you're cutting, and you don't have to cut the whole sheet. You can just cut out little bits at a time. But it'll also make it so when you peel that off the die, it's facing the right direction. So what did we start with? Red? Now we need an A, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball this here. Might be able to do about in half. Okay, A. We need a T for the red down here. So about there. I need an H in green. I don't think that's going to be big enough. But you can save these pieces because like these smaller pieces, maybe you could get an I or something. Some of them are wider than others. That's why you can't really measure either. You just got to kind of go with your heart.
Catherine.
No, Kathy is what we call her. We're going with Kathy. I call her Kathy. That's what we're going with. And then H. So we're back to red with a Y. All right, and actually this is gonna butt up against here, so I'll have to do that a second time. I'll do the Y by itself so it doesn't push it out of the way when we go to do our embossing here. But I used maybe a sheet and a half of foam for all those names.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't use a ton, and I think there's, what, 6 sheets? So I used maybe a sheet and a half, 2 sheets, something like that. So I love it. I mean, I don't use it all the time, but when you need it, it's good to have. So, all right, for special occasions.
Yeah.
All right.
Reindeer, huh?
Yeah, here, reindeer mounted on our wall. All right, let's try to move this without, okay, where's my other plate? Oh, you have it, good.
Oh.
I was like, I always lose it. All right, well, we're gonna zoom out a little bit more here. And then since this is foam, I am gonna run it through a couple times because it's gonna be a little bit harder to cut through everything. So I'm gonna run it through probably like 3 or 4 times back and forth, just to make sure it gets cut like it needs to. Ooh, it is. And it's got to press through all those layers, and even still, I think some of them I had to use my scissors a little bit. So we're just gonna go back and forth, back and forth. This might be good. Okay. So, what's that? Is he trying to get out?
Hmm?
What are you looking at?
I was just seeing if it made an impression, like.
Oh, I thought you were trying to look out our window.
Oh, no.
It's like, what? Okay, so K-A-T-H. Oops. I might have to cut that H again. I went sideways a little bit.
Oh.
And then the Y. That's all right. I had that happen a couple times with some of them. It's okay. We'll just cut another one. Gotta run it through anyway, but that's why you check it before. All right. So we'll do one more time. Yeah.
You did that time. Just perfect.
About 3 or 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I kept thinking of like the old big shots we had when you had to run it through. People still come to my classes and they'll run it through like regular paper 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, you only have to do it once. But I think it's so ingrained in our heads because we're so used to, you know, doing it with the old way. Yeah. So people think the new machines, oh, I still have to do it. I'm like, no, it'll cut the first time. You don't have to worry about it. I think it was like when the big shots would have all that wear and tear on them and they would start to break down.
Yep.
All right, Anne, that one came right off. Perfect. Perfect. Your favorite. So that's the way. And like I said, now when, let's zoom in a little bit here. So I pulled these off, and since I had them face down, now when I pull them off, they're facing the right way because we had our die face up and we had that glimmer paper face down. So now we peel it off and it's facing the right direction.
How many times did it take you to figure that out?
I think once. It took me a minute. I had to sit there and stare at it and figure out.
It wasn't at night, so.
No. Yeah, it was during the day when my brain was functioning a little better. Do you have another? I need another white piece because I need one that's 1 inch wide. Thank you. Oh. Voila. It's nice having an assistant. I should have this more often.
Yeah, right?
All right. So I'm going to cut a piece that's about 1 inch long or 1 inch wide. Doesn't matter how long it is. You want it pretty long because you're going to, yeah, I know. It's bothering you.
All this scraps going in the trash.
So I hate cutting banners by hand.
I know. You see people do it all the time.
Oh, people are so good at it, but I cannot. So I have a retired banners pick-a-punch, and this is how I do it. If you can do it by hand, more power to you, but I struggle with it. So what I did was, we're going to punch one end with that banner, or just do it by hand, whatever you can do. But then I kind of put these little pieces on here just to kind of eyeball it and give me an idea where to start. And then I trimmed it down a little bit. I did have to do it by hand just a smidge because sometimes I put the letters too close or something, and I had a big edge piece. So it's not a huge deal if that happens to you. But so then I have my banners on both sides. So now I have a starting point if I do need to cut into it. It's a lot easier for me to do it that way. But like I said, if you can do it by hand, and more power to you, but I can't stand doing it by hand. I've never been good at it and it drives me crazy. So we're just going to peel these off. The little foam pieces should pop right out here. It's like a big sticker, basically, big foam sticker. And it should come out, yep, pretty good here. I love the font too. It's kind of funky.
Yeah.
So just kind of, oops, that's a little bit too low. I wasn't sure about them at first, but they kind of grew on me the more I saw people use them. So K-A, and like this little A in the center piece here, it didn't cut through all the way, but just take your scissors and kind of poke through. So again, if you wanted to make these and you don't want to do all this, you could skip this part with the foam and the personalization and just have a little banner at the bottom with, you know, another sentiment from the stamp set, like Christmas is better together or something like that. That would work too. I just wanted to do this for my craft box people because I thought it would be a fun way to show them thank you for participating. And then I wanted to share this with everybody in case they wanted to make them for their Christmas parties coming up or something like that, because
It is cute.
it's a cute project. It's pretty fun. So K-A-T. I just have to spell the names out in my head. Make sure I'm putting the right letters down. Oh. And see, it already looks like I'm going to have a ton of extra space, but that's okay.
Oh, it's gonna be close myself.
No.
You get rid of all the extra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'd rather have it be too big and need to trim it down than the other way. And this is the right way for the H because the little line should be towards the bottom there. Again, that funky font. And then the Y. Yeah. I just think it's fun. It's like a big sticker that you're making and then you just put them down. Okay, so yeah, I have, look at all that extra.
Will that fit back in there?
No, because of all the foam, so if you try to stick it in there.
Now
So,
you can do it by hand?
yeah, so now I have to do it by hand, but I didn't have this much before when I did it. I just really overshot that, so that's okay. So now I am gonna have to do it by hand, but I have a little guide basically now of where to cut my ends, because that's my heart, my thing. It's like I can never get it centered, and then my tails look all funny, and even then I think it's not my favorite. It looks a little weird. I gotta figure this out. Kathy's gonna be like, great, mine's the experimental tail. No. I know she'll love it. She's so sweet. She always sends me I need to send her a message actually. She sent me that cute Halloween card. She knows I love Halloween and girly. Yeah, you can go get it. And the one that Leslie sent me too. I'll share those after we're done here. Okay. So now we've trimmed our little tails here. We're going to grab some more dimensionals, and now we're just going to put the finishing touches on here. So we are going to take our dimensionals and we're going to put, so we've got all of this space in our shadow box, so we want lots of dimension and kind of bring it to the forefront here. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. So it was easier for me to put the names in first and then put the reindeer in. So we're going to kind of center it from the bottom. And since we have these stripes, it makes it a little easier to see from left to right as well. So you can kind of, looks like I have something on my letter here. I need to take that off. Oh, a little scrap piece there. But yeah, so since you have the stripes on the background, it makes it kind of easier to center it from left to right as well. So, and this is really hard to do with the camera in my face, but I'm going to try. I know. There we go. So I got that. So that's popped up. And then we're also going to pop up this reindeer as well. And then we'll have a little show and tell. And then we'll be it. This is the last little bit. Can you hand me? I think there's some more dimensionals on my desk over there. I'm running out. My sheet's almost empty here. I know. I'm like bare bones. I've used so many dimensionals between all these projects. Oh, actually, I think this is they work. Yeah. Well, it's good to have them over here for when I need them, though. All right. So this will be the last little thing. And we're just going to center that. Again, you can use that little background with the stripes to kind of help you center it from left to right. And there we go. That's our little, and then it's got the little hanger, and it's even got a little nail piece here. So if you wanted to just keep it up all year round, you could, or you could just put it on, you know, little thing on the wall. But that's our little home decor piece. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up or heart and let me know in the comments. And if you are watching the replay, please let me know what you think as well. I love hearing from you guys. But before we get off of here real quick, I'm gonna do a little show and tell of some cards and projects that I've gotten recently. So my friend Kathy sent me this adorable Hocus Pocus card with the glimmer. I don't know what pack that's from. This looks like it's the same, the green, the same as the festive glimmer paper that we were just using. I'm not sure about the purple.
I think that was
It's a different pack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an older pack, I think.
But then she used that. I don't think I have this embossing
I
folder
know.
and I still haven't, but I like it how it kind of
Uh-huh.
goes with the bubbles. It's really
Yeah,
cute.
it's
It looks
cute.
like she colored the ribbon purple too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
But, and then she put the little cat in the broom.
That's cute.
I saw somebody make a broom with all the glittery brooms. Card with glitter. What did I say? I'm losing it. A card with a bunch of like witches' brooms and they were all glittery. I thought that was really
cute.
cool. And then my friend Leslie, I just got this one today. I thought this was super cute with that More Than Autumn bundle. And I think this is that iconic Celebrations DSP with the little pumpkins on the back. But everybody knows I love pumpkin and coffee. So this was a cute card. And then it says pumpkin season, grateful it's finally fall. So it's definitely been cooling down here in Florida. So it's feeling like pumpkin. And then my mom just brought this today. Another cauldron one. Looks like she did some little Winkestella and a couple layers on it. It's really thick. How many layers did you do of that? 2, 3?
2.
2, yeah. And then she got the ooze coming off the sides. It's really cool. And on the back, she's got the little Happy Halloween. And then you rotate it, and she's got some candy. We're all about the candy, huh?
There's quite a few.
I know, it feels really heavy.
4 of them or something.
One, let's count. 1, 2, 3.
3. Oh, that's just happy.
Oh, I didn't even see that because I didn't take the candy out yet. I would have gotten to it eventually.
I cut the ghost in 2.
Oh, you cut the ghost in half to make them longer? Oh, that's smart. That's cute.
And then that I had to trim down, to make it that size. I forget what that one's from, the little banner thing.
Is that current?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really? I like that edging. The stitching, that doesn't look familiar to me. I definitely don't have it, whatever it is.
I think
It's
from
cute though.
The tree one of the tree ones.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a lot of the tree stuff. I'm not big on the trees. Yeah, 3 of them in there. It's really cute. You don't remember who you cased it from? That's all right. All right, so you want to say goodbye?
Bye, and I'm so sweaty from the sweatshop.
My little elf.
Little elf on the shelf.
Do elves do that? Like perching like a dog? All right, guys.
Bye, crafty friends.
Yep. Thank you so much for
Casey.
joining us, Casey. Yep. She's probably not even paying attention anymore. She's like, whatever. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about today's project. I do have family, obviously, in town, and I have more family coming. So this is like a big family weekend. We've got lots of things going on. So if you email me, just give me a little bit of time. It's going to be a little slow because we got lots of fun things planned, lots of Halloween type things planned for this weekend. So, all right, but I will be back next Wednesday. They'll be gone by then. They'll be out. We're kicking them out by Wednesday.
I'm going to stay, just be honest.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know if Matt will be okay with that. No, I'm just
He'll
kidding.
be okay with that.
My husband jokes like he
loves me.
yeah, he does.
He'll miss me when I'm gone.
He likes to tease. He likes to tease. You guys have a good relationship though. But yeah, I will be back next week with some sort of project and some fun stuff to do, probably more announcements. So make sure to join us next week at 7 o'clock. Well, I say us, but it's probably just going to be me. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Mom will be here too. We'll see. Tune in to find out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, until next week, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.